Okay. All right, listen to me. A very wealthy guy who was on his deathbed decided to tell me something. And I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? Okay, listen. Do you know we're all going through a crisis? It doesn't matter what age you are. Everybody in America is going through a crisis, but it's not the crisis they're telling you about on TV, and you're not going to hear about it, but you have heard about it. You thought it was called a midlife crisis. See, when I was growing up, a midlife crisis was when you had sex with your secretary and you bought a red sports car. I didn't know what that meant. No. Here's your crisis. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? And who lied to me? Okay, we're all told, at least us, we're told, go to school, get good grades, get better grades when you go to college, get in good college, and then you go get a really good job, entry-level job. Then you work up to manager, then you work up to supervisor, and then you work at your job for 30 years because you're so grateful for that. And then you get your pen or your watch, then you retire, and thank God you have some money to retire on. By the time you're 40, 50, you realize this whole thing was BS. And then you're going through a crisis. No. Here's the thing. You can go through this crisis at 16, 28, 30, 40. It doesn't matter. When you see it, you can. Do you know why there is a crisis? It's because the 99% were given a completely different script than the 1%. They don't tell their kids this. All the stuff we've been told, generation on what to do in this life. And even though we saw better progress, we thought it was working. The 1% are never told to do any of these things. They don't tell their kids to get into a really good school and get good grades. That's just guaranteed. They don't even tell their kids to follow the law. They tell their kids to know the law. They don't have to follow it. They tell their kids, if you get in trouble, call me first. Let me know. That's their indoctrination to the law. And that is why you go through this crisis. That is why there's a Gen Z stare. Because the Gen Zers already see the BS that is not working. They see the script and they're like, this script doesn't make sense. That's why they're staring at us. Like, oh my God, you're falling for this? You guys are falling for it? They don't have anything to say to any of the generation. They're like, are you guys crazy? And that's why Alpha are going 6'7", this is bull. Even the kids see this bull mess because the script doesn't work. The 99% script, it's fizzling out and we're seeing the BS for what it is. We have to change our script and start adopting the 1%. Now, I know we don't have their economic means to do so, but we can do things and change our script. I'm changing mine in my house. I am changing the script on our descendants. Read between the lines, connect the dots, get there faster. You are loved. You are blessed, and you are never alone. God bless you, humans.